Hello and welcome back. My name is Jennifer and I am sharing my journey on Mounjaro. So far I'm on week 14. I feel like this week was not very eventful, but there are some things I want to go over and a few things that I forgot about from last week. So let's get into it. All right, so I kind of want to say this first, and I wasn't even sure if I wanted to share this just because I wasn't sure if it was a big deal, but it kept coming up in my mind, and I do want to share it because I want to be as transparent as possible. And the whole point of me sharing this journey is to be honest and really share what's going on, my progress, and what's truly happening. And I use two different cameras. So I use my phone and another camera to kind of film throughout the week. It's just been what I've been doing. And one of my cameras, not my iPhone, but the camera that I'm using right now, has filters. And I didn't realize that the filters were on. So I kind of took a screenshot to show the difference that I can see. I think there's slimming nose, there's slimming face, there's something to make your eyes look bigger, and smoothing effects, just a lot of different options and stuff. And I didn't know that that was on, and that's not what I want to do. That's not how I want to share my journey. So if I do use any kind of effects, I do have lighting. I think I have brightness editing, because it is really dark. It's very stormy, and I do try to use as much light because my room doesn't have any actual lights in it. So that's usually the most that I will do. I think you can tell the difference when I'm filming with my iPhone and when I'm filming with this camera. It has different quality. So in the past, I guess disclosure now, that some of that had some of the effects, and I think it mostly changed things here. So this is the difference I'm showing in a little screenshot. You can kind of see how it changes the shape of the face. So yeah, I just wanted to share that real quick. I didn't know that that was going on, so thank you for understanding if you understand. But yeah, getting that out of the way. I am going to make sure that I don't have them on anymore, just for future videos or anything. Right now I will make sure that they're not on in that way. So I wrote it down this time, but last week I mentioned that I have a new side effect. It was only for a few days last week, and I experienced some nausea. It was light nausea, and I don't know if I've ever been really actually nauseous before, so I was kind of trying to figure out what this feeling was, and now looking back, I think I was kind of nauseous. I was eating a little bit later because we were so busy. We got home kind of later in the day. I just ate super late and I had salad, and I don't know if this is the reason. I know salad takes time to digest, and I did stay up for a little bit after eating, but probably not enough time. So I didn't give myself enough time. Both of those days I did that. So you know how you you think you learn from something and then you won't do it again? Well, I did it again like 2 days in a row, but I think that that's what it was. I haven't experienced the nausea since. What an uncomfortable feeling. At the time, I think I took a Tum because I didn't have anything else, and it said that it might help online. It was really late at night, so I did try that because I really wanted to get some sleep, and I think it did help, but yikes, I'm definitely gonna try not to eat so late. That's something that I try not to do anyways, but wow. If you have experienced getting nauseous on Mounjaro or anything like that, what are you doing to make yourself feel better? Because I think the Tums worked for me, but I don't know if that's really, the best thing to do. Probably the best thing to do would not to be eating super late at night, but All right, so I need some towels. So we went towel shopping. So we're on a search for towels, like bath towels. A lot of them though are like the standard size that you get are too small, and they don't like shut around your body, and that's kind of annoying, right? I think it's annoying. So I try to find big ones, and it's kind of hard sometimes, but I think we found one that's good. Like so. See this? We don't want this. We don't want these So we're gonna find one that's better. Okay, so this is much better. And we've been trying on towels all over the place, and look at all my, I'm covered in fluffies. But yeah, this is good. I'm gonna get a few of these. I think that's one of those things that, like when you go to a hotel, they always have smaller towels, and when you put them around you, if you're larger, of course, they never go all the way around. So at home, you know, we have to find bigger towels. Usually I get, what are they called? Beach towels. The beach towels are usually big enough, and just regular towels tend to just have that gap, and it's really annoying not to be able to wrap yourself up after a shower to get dry. That is something that I look forward to not having so much trouble with. So along with towels, so I think it's cool to look forward to certain things. So another thing that I'm looking forward to is, and this is gonna seem random because my boyfriend and I like to do different activities outside, and I have ridden a horse before, but it's been a while. And when I was at summer camp once, and I thought that was so fun. We did horseback riding back then, and it was so fun, and I miss it. And I saw that we have some local ranches here that have horseback riding, and that looks so fun. But of course there is a weight limit. So I am over the weight limit. I have to check what it is. Let me check it actually real quick. Okay, so I wanted to look it up, and the weight limit for one of the ranches near my house is 220 pounds. So I'm gonna save that. So I think that's something cool to look forward to. So do you have things like that that you're looking forward to doing once you lose weight? Is there some kind of fun activity that you have? It doesn't have to be a huge thing, but I think it's cool to have those things to look forward to. So I ended up learning a little bit of a lesson this week because I did not food prep, I did not meal prep. That ended up setting me up. Why I do the meal prep is because it sets me up for success for the coming week. And since I wasn't able to do it this last week, I didn't feel like I had my meals prepared. I didn't have vegetables and fresh fruits and things like that prepared. And usually when I prepare them, I chop them up, clean them, and there's no thought or anything when it's time for me to make my lunch, my dinner, my breakfast. I could just quickly take from all those little containers and make my own nice healthy meal that's simple and easy and good. And I kind of mix and match to be different enough to last the whole week without being repetitive and, boring, at least to me. I did not prep, and this week was challenging because of that. And I feel like I snacked, and I haven't snacked since starting Mounjaro, not like this. And it just made me feel bad about myself. It made me feel like I was taking steps back in my mindset. It made me feel like I was taking step backs in my progress, and it just made me feel not great about myself. So I see how important it is to take time for myself to prepare those foods so that I do have a positive week. And I already knew that, but I think this is the first real week where I didn't prepare at all, and it really affected the week. I'm not sure if it affected my weigh-in. I guess we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow is weigh-in day, so I will share that with you. But I have my grocery list set. I already know what I'm gonna make. I'm ready to have a good next week. All right, so it is Sunday, and I wanted to go over my weigh-in. So last week I was 261.6. So today I weighed in at 259.9, and that is a loss of 1.7 for this week. And total since starting Mounjaro is 41 pounds. So that is a milestone in itself, and that is really cool. I'm very happy about that. And it's kind of strange, again, like I said, it's strange to see the 260 something, and now it's even more strange to see 250 something, but strange in a good way. So very cool. I'm also excited for next week. So that's going to be the wrap up for 3 months. So we're going to do the measurements again, see if there's any changes with measurements, and we'll do another weigh-in and kind of do a wrap-up for what 3 months has been like on Mounjaro. So I'm excited for that. It means a lot that you're enjoying the videos enough to want to follow along and just follow along and also share your experiences. It means a lot to me, and thank you. So until next time, again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate everything. And I will talk to you guys and wrap up with 3 months next week.